Treehouse of Horror 16 is the fourth episode of the 17th season of The Simpsons. It first aired on the Fox network in the United States on November 6, 2005. In the 16th annual Treehouse of Horror, The Simpsons replace Bart with a robot son after Bart falls into a coma. Homer and various other male characters find themselves on a reality show where Mr. Burns hunts humans for sport, and costumed Springfieldians become whatever they are wearing, thanks to a witch who was disqualified from a Halloween costume contest. It was written by Mark Wilmore and directed by David Silverman. Terry Bradshaw and Dennis Rodman guest star as themselves. Around 11.63 million Americans tuned in to watch the episode during its original broadcast. Plot: in the opening, using an accelerator beam, Kang hopes to speed up an exceedingly slow and boring World Series baseball game to air Treehouse of Horror 16, but ends up turning the baseball players into a giant black hole that destroys the universe. Kodos gets angry at Kang for doing so, but Kang states that it will be fine, leaving a note on the screen showing the Treehouse's title, B.I. Artificial Intelligence, in a parody of AI. Artificial Intelligence. Bart winds up in a coma after attempting to jump out of a window into the swimming pool at Spinster Arms Apartments. In an effort to cope with the loss of the son, the family takes in a robotic boy named David, who quickly proves to be a better son. David can make ice cream with his nose, make stuffed toys out of pants, and even recalibrate the lights of the town to spell words. Later, Bart wakes up from his coma. He escapes from the hospital and competes against David for the affection of the family. However, Bart is dumped on a road by Homer. When Bart finds a group of old robots, he steals the parts and becomes a cyborg. In the end, he returns home, where the rest of the family realize that Homer lied about Bart going to culinary school. Bart then cuts David in half down the middle with a chainsaw, and does the same to Homer through the waist as revenge for abandoning him. Although the family is now together again, Homer is now angry that he has to be fused with David's lower half. David's legs then break off due to Homer's weight, much to Homer's dismay. But before the situation can get any crazier, it is revealed that the entire robot scenario is a dream conjured by Homer's demonically possessed mind as he is being exorcised. Marge reluctantly says she'll call work and tell them Homer can't make it in, much to Homer's delight. Survival of the fattest. In a parody of The Most Dangerous Game, men from Springfield come to Mr. Burns' mansion to go hunting. Unbeknownst to them, they are the prey to be hunted. The hunt appears on TV, and Marge, watching from home, claims she should have known something was up when seeing the new TV guide, which featured a picture of Burns and Smithers chasing Homer with the caption, "Must flee TV." Homer manages to survive the night while his friends and the others are killed left and right, but Burns closes in on him in the morning. Just as he is about to be shot, Burns and Smithers are both knocked out with frying pans by Marge, who then hits Homer on the head for being away from home for 18 hours and not calling home once before they end up having make-up sex. I've grown a costume on your face, in a parody of classic Twilight Zone episode The Mask's Goosebumps story, The Haunted Mask, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. The citizens of Springfield dress in the Halloween costumes for a costume contest. Dr. Hibbert is declared second-placed victor, with first place awarded to a strange old witch. When given the award and asked who she is forced to admit that she is a real real witch. As a result, her reward is rescinded because she is not in actual costume. In anger, she turns everyone into their costumed characters and glides away on her broom. The only person who can reverse the spell is Maggie, who was costumed as a witch and has become one as a result. Half of the townspeople want to be turned back into their normal selves, including the Bumblebee Man, who was transformed into a giant bee, and Ned Flanders, chased by the bee as a result of turning into a flower. Unhappy members of the Simpson family include Lisa, who was turned into Albert Einstein, Marge, who became a skeleton, and Homer, who was no longer able to drink beer without spilling it because his head was severed from his body. The remaining townspeople do not wish to be transformed back to their original selves due to the costumes improving their lives. Examples include Bart, who has become a werewolf, Milhouse, who now has become a bulldozer, Moe, who now has women thanks to dressing up as Hugh Hefner, and Sideshow Mel, who is now Spider-Man. Maggie turns them all, including last-minute guest star Dennis Rodman, Kang, and Kodos, into pacifiers with the normal heads for no apparent reason other than her obsession for pacifiers, and flies off on a broom to the theme tune of Bewitched. The episode ends with a brief public service announcement on adult illiteracy presented by Dennis Rodman.